City officials will meet here Tuesday at 6, the first meeting of the new year. Changes to the city employees handbook are in the works. City Human Resource Director Christie Faulkner told officials at a workshop meeting this week it would be simpler and more fair just to pay employees for the hours they work.
The determining factor for me about comp time for hourly employees, honestly, was how many employees do we have that this would affect who are really working overtime? And how much is that, is it this huge number that's costing the city? Because at that point, you would definitely want a comp time policy for hourly employees to save. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. It's only, certain time of the year that really we have employees working over. And the solution is to arrange their hours during that time, like for Dogwood Festival. And again, that's between the department head and the employee. It doesn't have to be across the board. It can be, hey, Dogwood Festival's this weekend. I need you there at 6 o'clock Friday afternoon, and you're going to work till whenever, and then you're off on Monday. If that's the way you want to handle it. If you don't, then you can definitely pay them overtime and have them work the regular schedule. It's up to the department head.
Well, but, here again, if you allow them to be off on Monday, you're still paying them.
Well,
and you're not getting the benefit of them being at work. And if they need to be on the leaf truck on Monday, you're one man short.
Well, then you wouldn't do that.
Well, but the issue is there is no policy that says you have to take this comp time within a certain period. So they can hold this comp time indefinitely. So it's sort of hard for me to manage when I don't know when they're going to want to take that time.
My recommendation is no comp time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you handle.
That's
my recommendation.
Okay. That's
And then, it won't be. It might be a little bit of a budget.
In our job,
Right.
if I got somebody off, public safety's in danger, I got to bring somebody else in and pay them to work. Well, this guy's off, so this.
Yeah.
My point was about the overtime, that if
Just
you
pay them and be
choose
done
to,
with it.
right, if you choose
And
for them to
during
work
this
over.
budget year, we don't,
over.
we might have just a tad in there, and I think we'll make it fine through June doing that, and we can adjust for that a little bit going forward.
And I've discussed it with my department already, and everybody's in agreement. It's really just, okay, you work, you won't get paid.
Well,
And we've done that in the fire department. We don't have comp time.
Right.
I cannot have comp time in the fire department because somebody's house is burned down.
Yeah.
well, in budget,
Realistically. So, if they work, they get paid for it. And the other thing, just like Steve was talking about, which I don't have comp time in the fire department, but it could create a scheduling nightmare.
Yeah.
Especially if you only got a crew of 3.
Exactly. Exactly.
budget-wise, I can just tell you most of the time when if there's a lot of comp time they're taking, you end up paying it out in overtime to somebody else. Especially in public safety or recreation, where you don't have the extra manpower, you end up paying it in overtime to somebody else.
Because the job has to be done. So,
Is that your recommendation?
Yes, that was our original, what we sent out, and then when all these other questions came up, so we came up with an alternative.
It may not make it on the agenda, but at last week's workshop meeting, Michael Mann essentially turned over the keys to the soccer field just completed by the Winchester Rotary Club.
Michael Mann is here, and I'm assuming he is our representative for the soccer complex.
Indeed correct, I am.
So we give you the floor to give us an update.
Okay. First off and foremost, again, on behalf of the children of Franklin County, we really, really, really appreciate the work the city has done. We have averaged over 450 children for the past 5 seasons. That's twice a year. It's a lot of kids, a lot of parents, a lot of families that come to those grounds to watch those kids practice and play. We have successfully completed the 2 field additions up to playing adequacy. That's not to say we don't have some spots that we're going to fill in, some little bit of touch-up work that we as a league are going to do. Okay. We've made some board movement. We have Craig Seiler now that is our field manager, so that's kind of setting, or Easley, excuse me. Sorry, man, I get my Craigs mixed up. Kind of setting a little bit more user-friendly people in user-friendly positions in the board. Basically what we're doing. I have stepped down as rec director, effective about a month and a half ago. It's just a little bit too much for me with owning a new business, and my daughter's only has one more year in rec league before she starts middle school. We have a new president, new director. Both of them are very analytically orientated. Both have led little leagues and Pop Warners before, so everything is on the upswing. The concession stand completed. The ladies mostly that work in the concession stand this season loved it. We have indoors were protected. We have flushing toilets, which is awesome for everybody that goes there, not just the soccer folks, every family member, everybody, right? We have worked out how we're going to take care of bathrooms and, upkeep and upgrade if necessary. My position here is to authorize final payment for that field work, and if there's any other leftover monies, possibly take a look at off the concession stand a handicap ramp that would be able to go down to our U6, our lower field, that's field 4.
Another item discussed at the workshop was how to handle food trucks. City Administrator Beth Roten told the mayor and council that Tennessee's regulations don't permit cities to keep sales taxes collected if the truck is licensed elsewhere. A food truck license in Murfreesboro, for example, but operating in Winchester would pay the taxes it collects to Rutherford County and Murfreesboro. The mayor nor the council didn't think much of that. Roten was asked to explore the issue further, but they were at best lukewarm to the idea. Reporting for The Buzz, I'm Dick Wolff.